usually in the spring of the year, it's in May, is we have a tracking school, and it's up in Maine at Pine Grove Lodge. That right there, kind of, we try to do is give people the basic idea of what we're doing. It's pretty hard to do it because you don't have snow. But basically, we do the field work. We go do a little four-wheeling. I show them some different habitats to look for. Teach them how to locate big bucks. That's the biggest thing right there, is that when you go hunting, is to be able to find these big deer. Because you can't just go in the woods any place, because there's not big deer everywhere. There's some places there isn't any deer. We drive around, but like I said, we do field work, and we're looking for tracks. In the field work, like I said, we're looking for tracks. Hopefully we can find some big tracks and some little tracks, you know, and kind of like tell them what the difference is between a young buck and an older buck.
Hey Lanny, I never seen nothing like that in Pennsylvania. Like, I mean, that's like what I see in your books and all. That's a track, man.
Yeah, that's a nice buck track right there.
You see how big those dew poles are? Like in Philly, like, I mean, in Pennsylvania, they just look like little.
It's got a good stride on it too,
you know?
huh?
It's a nice one. That's what we always ride around looking for. He's way back here too, you guys. He come right down through here. Just big buck right there.
Yeah.
This fall, that deer is looking like he's gonna go. That's gonna be a big deer right there. I think he's gonna weigh 220 up for sure.
Very cool.
220 something up.
And then we take them in the woods and find some big buck tracks. And it helps, in the spring it always helps you too when you go back up there to see how many deer made it through the winter. And we always find some nice big buck tracks in the spring, so that's encouraging. Yeah, we sit around a lot at nighttime, and I tell different stories about bucks that I've tracked through the years and shot. And you know, you get a lot out of that because I'm always bringing up stuff that I take for granted when it comes to tracking, because I can't remember all the stuff that happens all the time. So people are always learning from storytelling, because there's always some interesting stuff there to help you shoot a deer if you're going to try tracking.
That Lane pointed out, because I asked pretty much the same question, is that when they eat the old man's beard, when they start nibbling, is a good indication that they're going to be bedding down pretty soon. So that's when you start doing your death break?
Well, here's the deal. If they feed a lot, it depends on how much they feed. If they feed a lot, they're going to lay down because they chew their cud. That's how they digest their food. They have to lay down to do that. They're not going to chew their cud and walk too. If they feed a lot, then that means they are going to go lay down. And usually, if they feed here, and a lot of times they veer off, they're going to lay down. They're right over there. Sometimes it's already too late. You've already spooked them up. I'm going to repeat myself again. If they fed a lot and you jump them up, you ain't got to rush after them. They're just going to run, and then they're going to go lay down again because he still wants to chew his cud. So he's going to be laid down somewheres up there waiting for you. Up there, over there. So you don't have to. You can sit down and have a sandwich. He ain't going nowhere. He'll run a ways and then go boop.
Because when we go to tracking school, we don't just talk about hunting deer. You know, part of it's shooting too. You got to know your gun really well, and that's why I shoot mine a lot. And when I go hunting, because I'm always picking out something when it's bare ground out to shoot at quite a ways away. And I start off at 200 yards, 300, 400, 500, and sometimes even further. And that way you get to know your gun. You're used to shooting it, and it just works out so much better for you to, you don't miss so many deer that way. And that was one of the things that we've had in tracking school, that some people tend to not shoot good and they end up missing deer through the years. So some of these guys, they're doing a lot of shooting now, and it's helped them a lot.
I'm going to go for
The same one I went for last time, which is kind of like the high one towards the left. Under the roots.
And one of the things that we do in a tracking school too is that we have these tires that we roll down the banks and they shoot at. And that's kind of fun to watch that.
Unloader!
That's pretty good. Is that you?
That's me, yeah.
Good shot.
Thank you.
I hit paper.
Hit paper. See, we don't know if that's in the front of the shoulder or the
Yeah,
rib
with
cage.
a rib cage, so
That'd be good either place.
could have been.
Boy, barbecue that thing up.
Mm-hmm. Looks good. Let's
Yummy.
Right, 10?
Yeah, 10's mine and 11's yours.
All right, well, what happened with Andy's is that's a ricochet.
No. Hit it.
Yeah.
Well, at least I hit it.
Bing! Did you see that, did you? That's a good hit with. You know, you're a trick shooter.
I know it.
The tracking school is really working out good for quite a few people because we've had a lot of people really pick that up. We had some young fellows there that went to our tracking school there this last spring, and boy, they had quite a season. They both shot 2 bucks this year.
All right.
And you look at me and you look at that. So tell me, you went to tracking school first, and then you decided to go to the big woods hunting.
Yep.
How's it working out for you?
Pretty good. It's a little tough this year. A little bit of snow when we first got here, but it's not a lot of huge bucks running around, but just kind of kept poking around and keeping at it, and paid off for us yesterday. Hunting with my buddy George over there, and killed 2 nice bucks together. He got his the second day we were here, and
George.
took me about, guess it was 13 more days, and
George, come here.
finally got this one, and pretty happy with it.
Well, the one thing I noticed about you guys here, you 2 guys, is you don't give up. You guys stayed right at it every day, up bright and early, come in late every night.
Yep.
Yep. And that's what it takes. Because if you get discouraged, you're not going to shoot anything really, because you need to get up every day and like you just got here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Keep the spirits up and keep going.
We have a lot of fun too, you know. We have a lot of fun hunting together, and it's just fun going hunting. We don't have to kill deer every time. It's just fun for us. And
Check
one
it out.
thing we've learned from Lanny is actually just have fun doing it, and don't put too much pressure on yourself, and just try to have a good time.